Not only is this new car in my garage, but there's actually another new car that sits next to it in the garage. You can guess what it is down below. I can almost promise you, you ain't gonna guess what it is. Okay, I was gonna try to make this a surprise for you guys, but you guys are like little fucking detectives, and I am pretty shitty about making YouTube videos, and the two things mixed means that yes, you guessed it right. Everyone knows already I bought a Model S Plaid, but you don't know why I bought it, and you don't know what I did to it so far. I kind of coof right now, I think. I'm not gonna get tested, but I've been pretty under the weather. I'm trying to recover, so just kind of bear with me throughout the course of this video. It's kind of all over the place. So let's go back a couple days, and we'll come back to here. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah, some people like me are just destined to fuck up everything that we mess with. If I was made as a joke, I don't get it. Missed the call, but I guess I got the message. Usually I fall too hard, I'm addicted to pain. And if the world's on fire, I'll be swimming in flames, yeah. Cause I'm too impatient to wait for change. I know I'm far from perfect.
Okay, the car had a little bit of a sleepover at Ted's. They ended up doing PPF, they tinted it, we put the wheels on, we lowered it, we cleaned it up a little bit, and it is looking proper. I would say this is probably one of those badass looking Model S's I've ever seen, and I'm gonna show it off to you guys in a minute, but that's gonna have to be delayed a couple days because today I get to do something that you only get to do when you buy a Tesla. It's a new feature they have. And that is take the car back to the dealership so they can fix all of your issues from the factory, which is an insane proposition and like a crazy that is normal for a Tesla. Like if you buy an E63S or an M5 CS or anything like that, they're not gonna be like, oh, bring it back in 2 weeks and we'll address all the issues you find. Like, no, find them at the factory. It should not leave the factory with the issues. Fortunately, my car has a few issues, quite a few panel gaps, an insane amount of little rattles. I have a bunch of these little like leather issues where the leather's going under the trim instead of over. And then by far the most alarming thing, my navigation doesn't quite know where it is. So the car thinks it's about 50 feet more south than it is. And that causes it to basically try to redirect me nonstop in navigation. I can no longer use autopilot because the speed limit is pulling from the road on my right, not the road I'm on. And on the freeway, it will actually slam on the brakes and try to stop at traffic lights even though I'm on the freeway because it thinks I'm on the road to the right of the freeway. Obviously a pretty big issue and a safety concern. So we're gonna let Tesla do their thing. I like the car enough that I'm willing to give it a pass. We're gonna let Tesla fix everything, and if they do fix everything, I love the car. I can live with it. I have a little bit of a feeling they're not gonna be able to fix everything. Like the screen I have comes, tilts left and right. It's part of the new facelift. However, the cover is just this really loose, shitty, I'm not sure who thought this was a good idea. Now, maybe this is put together wrong, but I have a feeling that's how it's supposed to be. And if that's how it's supposed to be, this rattle will never go away. And even when the screen is pushed all the way in on a rough road, I can hear this shifting around. Yeah, I guess we're gonna find out. All right, I know what you're thinking. Probably like, Joe, you were at a football stadium and now you're at a church. There's a football game apparently tonight for some high school and the cops are like, get the fuck out of here. And I'm a God-fearing man, so we're gonna end it at a church. First off, let me give a huge shout out to Ted and the whole team over at EVS. I will link them down below. If you're looking for a set of wheels or a wrap or PPF or really anything you can think of customization-wise for your car, do not hesitate to reach out to those guys. They absolutely killed it. We didn't do much, but what we did do made this way more me-ish. These are the Vossen HF5. These are flow forged wheels, 21-inch, finished in satin black. Lowered the car on the intuitive lowering links. By far the easiest lowering of any car ever. So basically you swap out this one little link and it tricks the air suspension in the Tesla to keep going down a little bit lower. So now low for me is like an inch lower than it used to be, and basically each mode went down one. But no rubbing, nothing like that. It fits all of the new tire, no problem, because we did go about an inch wider in the front and an inch wider in the rear. Something that I did not think about because I've never owned an EV before, the more tire contact on the road you have, the less range you're gonna get. So while yes, I do get a little bit more grip from the wider tires, I am losing about 10% on 350 miles, so about 35 miles of range on each charge is what I'm giving up to have these wider tires, give or take. EV stuff, you know? Also tinted out the windows 25% all around besides the windshield, because that's illegal and other reasons. And then we also did a full clear bra on the whole front half of the car and ceramic coated the back. And the cool thing with that is, like, if they do a good job, you don't know it's there, so it's kind of hard to show you guys. Now we can address the elephant in the room, and that is that why would I, someone that doesn't like Teslas and hates EVs, buy a Tesla that's also an EV? Before we get into that, there's one monstrous issue with this car, like huge, and that is that it's 150,000 US dollars. And I think that's my main issue with it at the moment. First off, why would I sell my beloved F-150 Raptor that I couldn't get enough of? And the short answer to why this exists right now and why I don't have the Raptor anymore is the Raptor R. I did get the allocation for the Raptor R, and it just didn't sound too exciting to go from a Gen 3 Raptor on 37s to a Gen 3 Raptor on 37s with a V8. So it kind of came down to, like, all right, if I'm gonna sell the Raptor and get a replacement until the Raptor R comes in, what would be the most different thing from anything else I own? You know, I have the GT500 and the GT3, and a Model S Tesla kind of seemed like the most oddball thing that I could possibly buy, so I bought it. In hindsight, There is one other main reason that I bought a Model S Plaid, and that is because it can do that. That was 85 miles an hour. You don't understand how fast this thing is. I went into it thinking I've driven twin turbo Huracans, and I've been in 1,000 horsepower Supras and Ford GTs. Like, I've been in fast cars. I know what I'm getting into. You don't. I promise you don't. Until you understand the power spike that is the Plaid, you have no clue what this thing is. It is a little bit of a party trick, okay? It makes you sick. It makes you really fucking sick. It makes your passengers sick. After about the third time you launch it, you're kind of over it. And not gonna lie to you guys, outside of going very, 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 very fast in a straight line for a short period of time, I'm not crazy about the rest of the car. I hate that I don't have a steering wheel. This drives me insane. I hate the whole charging thing. You know, speaking of charging, not liking to charge, I forgot to charge the camera, and now I get to finish this video in the middle of the night. I've been working on this for like a week, and then I had coof, and then I might be selling the car, and I just feel like I should stop putting it off. So we're gonna wrap this up right now. Spec-wise, let's just quickly go over the spec. There's not a whole lot you can do to the Model S Plaid. Mine is black, which is apparently an upcharge, because anything besides white is an upcharge for some stupid reason. I did option out the 21-inch wheels, which I immediately took off, so that was money well spent. I did the white interior and autopilot, full self-driving for $12,000. I'm trying to keep this video just on like the, hey, I bought a Tesla, check it out, and not the why I might be selling it and all the things I hate about it. That'll be a separate video. So I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I think that's gonna be the end of the video. I think we're gonna stop here. We're gonna wait for the next one to go over what I don't like about it. There's a lot to love, there's a lot to hate, and I'll let you guys argue it out in the comments down below, because if there's one thing I know about this car on the internet, it's that half you guys are super big fanboys and half you guys hate Teslas, and y'all are gonna clash in the comments. I am actually kind of excited to read the comments on this one, because I'm unsure how I feel about this, so I'm kind of curious to see how you guys feel about it. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed yet, like, why? I don't run ads, I make pretty decent content. I don't just show you guys me shopping in Target all day and buying my own candy. There's a lot of things you should like about the channel. So hit the subscribe button, like, and I'll catch you in the next one, which will be really soon, because I feel like I shouldn't make one video on a car and then sell it. I at least need two. It's a little ridiculous to buy and sell a car with one video, right? So that's my motivation here. I'm gonna take such a loss on this thing. Fuck.
Crazy, everybody knows my name. Going insane, putting heavy on my brain.